Bismillah, Rahim. Alaikum. This is Aamer Alyzaee, continuing on chapter 10, stream 2. In internal benchmarking, we have to look at this particular chart to have better understanding. This control chart, there are three basic components. It is common cause and the other is the special cause. So looking into this diagram, we can have a look at it. Solid blue line, which is representing process average, and we can see red dotted line above and below. The upper one is the upper control limit, that is called UCL, and the below one is the lower control limit, that is LCL. So due to the normal variation, you can see the variation around that solid blue line going up and down, whereas when it is going, the dip is going down below and crossing the red dotted line, so that is called the out of control point. So this diagram explains the benchmarking techniques, how we can measure. This is another way of explaining the internal benchmarking, that is Pareto's diagram. So we can have a look at the use and interpretation of it as the customers complaints comes in. So different colors here, they are depicting as the different silos representing the sales rep was rude, or the poor lighting was there, or the layout confusing. So this all related towards the sales and distribution things. The clothing fadiness, the quality of it, clothing shrinking, that is also going into the quality of that particular thing. So that is related to a particular a brand or a particular item entity, but different questionnaires which are being filled and which are uploaded to have an analysis and make that Pareto diagram to have a significant understanding of it, that how many liked it, how many did not like it, where is the improvement cushion, how can we improve our benchmarking, our quality standard. The another technique for understanding the benchmarking is where we can see the causes and effects, that is called the fishbone diagram, where we can have a look at it, the machinery's performance, the method, the materials, manpower, measurements, and the environment, is it feasible or not. So at the end of the day, we have to look at the problems, and then we have to come up with the mitigation measures to have better solution, to have better marketing techniques, to have better source, to have better clientele, and increasing of clientele means increase in the profit. So you have to do all these quality controls and to measure them in a line that you can get maximum output out of it. So what does the process improvement and activity based management says? To indirect costs, looking at the overhead costs, what are the overhead costs, how to control that, how to minimize that. Personals, so personals, their the utilization, how well we can use the personals, how to utilize the capital. It should not be any waste money over there. So activity based costing is allocating cost, identifying necessary activities, looking into the processes, bringing betterment to the processes, determining driving costs. So all those costs which are necessary, which are fixed costs, that has to be there, but the variable cost should be within the limit in the control panels. Companies with multiple products need to distribute it and to have different coding techniques to bifurcate one department with the other. Pricing and outsourcing decisions, you have to look for the surveys, you have to look for the market venues, you have to look for the clients inputs. So according to that, you can bring betterment and you can bring quality into your product distributions. So this is what it is called, TQM. So you can have a look at it. There are different, it is discussing the quality, is discussed about the products, it is discussed about the approach, communications. There are different things which are related to the strategic. It has to have a good strategy. Successes are there, effectiveness there, systems are there. So you have to bring performance to continue betterment into it. You have to look at the data. You have to bring improvement. You have to bring your management to a level where you can bring competition to the services. So you have to look at the tax structures. You have to look at the target markets, your employees. Your employees are your strength. So decision making, your order focusing. So all these things which exceed and which are aimed which are targeted. So you have to bring improvement with the technology, with the technique that is called TQM. So that is total quality management, that from the raw material, from processes, from to the inventory stores, from there to the clientele market. All these things has to be controlled in a manner that your quality should not be disturbed or manipulated.